Fixing a carriage jam on the HP OfficeJet Pro 7720, 7730, and 7740 wide format all-in-one printer series. If the carriage in your printer stalls and the control panel displays a carriage jam error message, follow these steps to fix the jam and clear the error message. Check the input tray, ink cartridge access area, and rear of the printer and remove any jammed paper. With the printer turned on, unplug the power cord and any other attached cables. Unplug the other end of the power cord from its power source. Slide out the input tray and remove it from the printer. Check inside the input tray area with a flashlight and remove any paper or other loose materials. Open the ink cartridge access door. Slide the carriage all the way to the right and check for pieces of paper. Then slide the carriage all the way to the left and remove any obstructions. Through the cutout on the front of the printer, use a flashlight to view the right side of the carriage path. Remove any obstructions jammed on the far right. Close the ink cartridge access door. Squeeze the two tabs on the rear access door, and then lower the door. Remove any pieces of paper you find. Squeeze the two tabs on the paper path cover, and remove it from the printer. Use a flashlight to check for small torn pieces of paper. Remove any pieces of paper using two hands if possible. Squeeze the two tabs and insert the paper path cover back into the printer. Close the rear access door. Plug the power cord directly into a wall outlet. Reconnect the other end of the power cord and any other previously attached cables to the printer. The printer will turn on automatically. If it does not, press the power button. Make sure that paper is loaded and reinsert the input tray into the printer. On the printer's control panel, touch OK to try to clear the error message. Try to print your document again. If the error persists, try to clear the jam by using a thicker media. Slide out the input tray. Remove the paper. Load media that is thicker than normal printer paper, such as photo paper or cardstock, in the tray. Slide the paper width and paper length guides inward until they touch the edge of the media. Do not adjust the guides so tightly that they bend the media. Slide in the input tray. On the printer control panel, touch OK to confirm the size and type of paper, or touch Modify to adjust the settings to match the paper you loaded. Touch Copy, and then touch Document. Remove any paper from the automatic document feeder, or any paper on the scanner bed. Touch Copy. A blank copy prints. The thick media travels through the printing path, pushing out any trapped paper or debris. Load your original paper into the input tray. Adjust the paper width and length guides, and make sure the paper settings are correct, and try to print your document again. If the error persists, continue to the next step. Improper placement or installation of the ink cartridges can cause the carriage to jam. Remove and reinstall the cartridges to clear and prevent jams. Open the ink cartridge access door. Make sure the cartridges are in the correct slot. The letter on each ink cartridge label needs to match the corresponding letter on the carriage slot. Push an ink cartridge to release it, and then slide it out of the printer. Remove all the cartridges. Reinstall each ink cartridge in its corresponding slot, making sure they are securely in place. Close the ink cartridge access door. On the printer control panel, touch OK to try to clear the error message. Try to print a document. If the error persists, continue to the next step. Next, remove the printhead and check for obstructions under or around the carriage that might cause jams. Open the ink cartridge access door. With the printer turned on, go to the rear of the printer and unplug the power cord and any other cables. Go to the front of the printer and move the carriage into the ink cartridge access area. Lift the carriage latch handle to unlock the printhead. Without removing the ink cartridges, lift the printhead up and out of the printer. Caution: do not bump or rub the bottom of the printhead on the printer. Place the printhead upside down on a sheet of paper. Do not leave the printhead assembly outside the printer for more than 10 minutes. This can damage the printhead and the printer. Use a flashlight to check the carriage area and remove any loose paper or objects you find. Hold the printhead by its sides with the electrical contacts facing the rear of the printer, and then insert the printhead into the carriage. Gently rock the printhead to the left and right to make sure it is fully seated in the carriage. Lower the carriage latch handle to lock the printhead in place. Close the ink cartridge access door. Plug the power cord directly into a wall outlet. Reconnect the other end of the power cord into the printer, and then reconnect any previously connected cables. The printer should turn on automatically. If it does not, press the power button. Try to print a document. If the error persists, continue to the next step. If you are still experiencing issues, the printer might need to be serviced. Your options for service might vary depending on how long you have owned the printer and what country you live in. Contact HP to find out the support options for your printer.